All right, guys. First off, as always, good day. I'm glad you're here. This particular lesson is going to be very, very short because the thing is, in class, I just wanted to see how much you knew about government and just to get an overall feel of what you know, what you don't know. Because again, this class is going to be very short because we just got this grading period, and in the next grading period, it's only like 2 weeks, so we won't even to uh, to that um, get through that much in that that last grading period. So what I did is, if you go to Google Classroom, you will find a Kahoot quiz. Take that quiz if you haven't done so already. There's 15 questions, I believe. I'm not grading it on how many you get right or how big your score is. I just want to see how many you get right. That's it. So if you get a bunch right, cool. If you get very few right, okay. I just want to know where you're at. How much do you know? Things like that. Okay, so it's not like if you get 14 out of 15, you're going to get an A, or if you get like 2 out of 15, you're going to get an F. No, no, it's not like that at all. I just, again, want to know where you're at. So with that being said, please do not just answer whatever, just like, okay, whatever, green, blue, green, green. Don't do that because that's not helping me or you. Because then I'll be like, well, they don't know a lot about government, and I'm going to try to cram in a bunch of stuff. Whereas if you actually legitimately try your best to answer them, then I can see like, okay, they know about this, so I can don't have to teach that, or they need to know about this, so I'm going to focus on that. Okay. So today's lesson, it's going to be pretty quick on this video. Okay. But you're going to need some type of timer, whether it's on your cell phone or something. Okay. Some type of timer. That's what you're really going to need. That's about it. Um, Other than that, it's going to be pretty easy. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on. All right. So here is your first question. This is the part where you're going to need the timer. So if you need to get a timer, press pause so you can get your phone or somebody else's phone or tablet or whatever. Set the timer for 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. Try your best to name as many presidents as you can without looking on Google. Okay, again, I don't want you to start searching that, oh, this person, this president, this president, because the thing is, that's not helping me. Okay, and I just want to know how many presidents do you know? So put the timer on, 2 minutes. Try your best. Look through all these presidents. Let me move my camera here. You know, go ahead and do that. Okay. We're gonna be so pause the video. Okay, so you can do the 2 minutes and try your best. But we're gonna be moving on to the next question. Okay, in three, two, one. All right, so here is your next question. Without looking it up, what is this building? What is the name of this building? Okay, so that's all this question is, right? So if you have the Google Classroom, the picture's right there. Just answer on the question below. What is the name of this building? Okay, do not look it up again. Just, again, try your best. Okay, so pause the video if you're answering, but we're moving on in three, two, one. All right. The next question is, what is this place called? So the picture you see right there, what is that place called? Again, do not look it up. Do not go to Google. I know it's tempting, but don't do it. If you know it, put it down. If you think you know, you have an idea, put it down. If you have like no idea, just whatever comes to your head, put it down. Okay, do not put I don't know. That's not helping me. Just try your best. Give me your best educated guess. Okay. There is a bonus question to this one too. In which state would you find this? Okay. So think of all the states in the United States. California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, you know, Washington, Minnesota, Montana, whatever. Where do you think this um, uh, place is? Okay, so pause the video, answer the questions. Again, do not look it up. Try your best. Okay, throw a guess out there. Doesn't hurt you. All right, so government 101. Really quickly, we're gonna go through this 2 slides pretty fast. Okay, the first thing is there's 3 branches in our government: the legislative, the executive, and the judicial. Okay, the legislative means Congress. Okay, now the term Congress means that there's the 2 branches in that one branch. Okay, there's the Senate and the House of Representatives. Okay, so when you hear on the news saying, "Oh, the bill is on the Senate floor," that means that the Senate, which is, if you look at the map, look at the bottom, the Senate, they are voting on a certain bill, whatever it is. Okay, and if you hear, "Oh, the House of Representatives is in recess," that means they're taking a break, that particular group. But if they say something like Congress is in recess, that means both groups are taking a break, you know. So whenever you hear the word Congress, that means both parts, the Senate and the House of Representatives. Okay, so try to remember that. Okay. The next branch, the executive. This is basically the president and the vice president. Okay. Now, the president and vice president, we vote for them. Okay, we put them in power, the voters. Now, when the president picks their Secretary of State, Secretary of Interior, Secretary of War, um, you know, they pick their cabinet people. Okay, so we're basically telling the president, we want you to run our country, and we feel you will pick the right people to do these certain jobs, whether it's the Secretary of Education, Secretary of Transit, or whatever. They pick their people they want in charge of these certain things that basically uh, govern our lives. Okay. The last one is the Supreme Court, which is part of the judicial system. This is any and all forms of court that we have in our country. The Supreme Court is the top of the top, and we're going to get to that in a second. Okay, but we're talking any type of federal or state courts. That's part of the judicial system. Okay, so think of justice to help you with that. All right, judicial, justice, courts. Okay, so we're going to move on in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here's the thing. The courts kind of mess with some people because there's a lot of people I've heard saying, like, "Oh, my uncle's gonna get a new trial, and yeah, I heard he's gonna go to the Supreme Court." It's like, no, no, unless something deals with his rights as a citizen, somehow, some way that his rights were violated, then yeah, it would go up. But if he's getting appealed, then that would be the appeals court. That's something totally different. Okay, so if you look at this little map, the very, very top one, that's the Supreme Court. When something gets there and the Supreme Court rules on it, that's the law of the land. Okay, there's nothing that can top it. The only thing that can top it is later on another Supreme Court group um, basically overrides it. Okay, that's basically it. The smaller courts cannot override the Supreme Court. Okay, the Supreme Court can override the smaller courts, absolutely, but they can't. The smaller can't override the big one, and that's how it goes down. It goes from the Supreme Court to the state supremes, and then to local level. Here in Fresno, elsewhere in the country, around certain towns and things like that. That's the courts that we are used to. We would go to. If you're going to be on trial, you're going to uh, you'll be a jury member. You would be in the local. You might be in the later Supreme, who knows? But the states, but never the top Supreme Court. you know, you might be in a grand jury. That's something else. Which we will get to later on. Okay. So remember, different levels of court. It's like a pyramid. A lot of little ones, medium size. Yeah, they get about medium amount, and then there's one top Supreme Court. Okay. So that's basically it, what we did in class. Okay, that's all we talked about because, again, I want to see where we're at. Next week, we are going to be going over several amendments, some of the most important ones. Okay, so be prepared for that. Okay, hopefully you guys can make it into class because, again, it's a lot better to have you in class because I can answer any questions you have. So please, guys, please show up to class, show up to the Zoom meetings, because again, this is some of the important stuff that I feel you guys should know. You should know your rights as a citizen, and any questions you have, it's going to be a lot easier to answer in class as opposed to on here or you're getting an email. Okay, so please show up to class, okay, guys? So that's it. You guys take care, you be safe, and I'll see you guys later, all right?